Let's find out how Professor Scott Galloway uses the magic bullet card to hook you in and tell you a rapid-fire but nuanced story that leaves you desperate to hear more. I am Nico, and this is Business Storytelling Secrets, where I use my strategic story cards to break down how the best leaders, founders, and entrepreneurs out there get people to believe in them and what they are doing. So, Professor Galloway, let's do it.
Don't follow your passion, follow your talent.
Okay, that's the magic bullet card. Often pretty tough to come by, but super effective when you see it being nailed. Effectively, the question is this: if you were to add up all the problems your audience is experiencing, then tell them how to solve them all in one go, ding! That's the magic bullet. Now, it should sound simple, it should sound exciting, but ideally it should challenge you to think differently and invite disagreement. All of that adds up to your audience wanting to lean in and hear more. So let's see where he takes it.
If someone tells you to follow your passion, it means they're already rich. And by the way, the person telling you to follow your passion made their billions in iron ore smelting.
Okay, that's the bad advice card, leading straight into the it's a secret card. Quick and powerful, right? There's people out there giving you bad advice, and here's the secret: they'd probably rather you didn't know. So now you're starting to get some depth, it's feeling nice and bold, so let's crank that boldness.
There are exceptions. Jay-Z became a billionaire rapping and selling champagne. Assume you are not Jay-Z.
Okay, that's the perfect players card into the honesty bomb card. Who is out there getting the results your audience so desperately wants? And what is the home truth they need to hear regarding that? In this case, oh, you want what Jay-Z's got? Well, there's just one problem. You're not fucking Jay-Z, are you? Nice and bold, let's go.
Our advice? Follow your talent. Find out what you're good at and apply the thousands of hours of grit and sacrifice necessary to become great at it.
So that's back to the magic bullet card with a little bit of from tiny seeds thrown in, which is where you hint at what someone should do on a practical level without getting stuck into the classic how-to content. This here is really about shifting mindsets as subtly but as powerfully as possible. Let's see where it goes next.
As you get there, the feeling of growth and mastery, along with the economic rewards, recognition, and camaraderie of being great at something, will make you passionate about whatever it is.
Okay, now we're into the positive outcomes. It's a really good idea to think of this as a totally separate thing to what we've just been looking at. Those were what I call challenge cards. These are transformation cards. What are the outcomes people can look forward to? Now, I started there with a first domino. First you get this, then you get this, then you get this. But then the cherry on top is played the true reward card. The thing you actually get by following your talent, not your passion, is passion. That's your reward for doing it this way. Really cool. But then we go even deeper.
To be more attractive to potential mates, to have people laugh at your jokes because they think you're more interesting than you actually are. These are the accoutrements of success and focus in a capitalist society.
Okay, that's the circle of influence card. How are the people around you going to change as you progress? Really good one to try and answer for whatever it is that you're doing. And you see also how the way he's speaking, it's not generic accoutrements, people laughing at jokes that make you seem funnier than you are. There's personality there, there's authenticity to what it is he's actually saying using his words. But what he's actually doing is he's talking about where you are right now, and he's talking about where you could be, which leaves a gap between the two. But rather than going straight in for the sell, he takes it in another direction to add a sense of big picture urgency. Now we're moving away from exactly where people are and what they're doing and up to an industry level to give them a reason to act now, as CO does it.
I'm not here to crush your dreams. If you want to pursue being a chef or an athlete or a model or an actor, fine, but have a sober conversation with yourself.
So that's a due diligence card. Based on what's happening in the industry, make sure you are doing this, but then he goes deeper.
In these industries, there's a 90+% unemployment rate, meaning that you need to be in the top 0.1% to make a really good living. What does that mean? That means if you chose another industry that had a 90+% employment rate, you just need to be in the top half to make a very good living.
Okay, that's the state of play card, which is how are things right now? How are things looking in the world, society, the industry right now? Then into the inner workings card, going beneath the surface and actually telling us how something works. Now, you might think it's too much detail, but this big picture stuff, it's actually really interesting because anyone can get their heads around it. And it really works coming after the challenge and the transformation stuff.
Over the next 20 years, 5 people will leave the trades industry and only 2 will enter. That means the demand for plumbers, electricians, specialty nursing is going to go up and they're going to make more money.
That's the direction of travel card. Here's where the industry is going. That means there's this opportunity to be had. That's crucial. That's the opportunity knocks card. But it's not about what you should do right now. It's talking about this chance of being able to attain something, to get paid really well.
And making more money and being really, really good at something is going to make you passionate about that thing.
Okay, so then we're back to repeating the true reward card. He set up the finale and there's the book. So what he's done there overall is a really good job of creating what I call the pull of the parallel timeline. He's hooked you in and then painted a picture of the current timeline you're on. And in 2 minutes, he's fleshed out an entirely different way of thinking. Now, whether you agree with it or not, the seed has been sown and he's painted an attractive picture of what your alternate timeline could look like if you were to just change your mindset a little. And he's added that beautiful sense of foundational urgency, the sense of a time-limited opportunity that isn't like, oh, buy it now, buy it now. It's, here's the facts. Wouldn't this be a good time to act? And then to top it all off, basically a zero friction call to action. Some would say the ultimate call to action, the offer of, for a tiny price, this incredible book that's got all the knowledge that backs all of this stuff up. That will do it for today. I have been and will continue to be Nico Ceballos Jones. Join me for the next episode of Business Storytelling Secrets. And until then, get hold of those cards and go tell that story.